Welcome, welcome, welcome to Garnetqueentarot, where we are inspired to rise. How are you guys doing? I hope all is well. Oh, before we even get started, I want to welcome everybody for stopping by the channel. It is very much appreciated. I want us to leave negativity out the door because you know what I find? I find when things are going well for people, and you're rising above, getting over hurdles and humps in life, that there are always people that want to tear you down for whatever reason. We're spraying for peace energy, and if we allow it, they win. So I always ask that everybody inhale, exhale twice, shake it off, leave it outside the door. We don't have time for it. I'm learning that through faith and through a lot of these readings, you start to realize how when people are climbing up the ladder, there's so many people that try to harm them and attack them. And I tell you this because it's true. When you're doing good things and you're doing things to help yourself, there's always, it's like a crabs in a bucket mentality. There's always, I don't care what sign you are, anytime you're doing your best to overcome something or achieve something, it's like you have a sign on you that says, I'm happy, attack me. I'm walking in my truth, attack me. And you have to be able to stand strong and stand in your truth and block out those people. They exist, they're real. And one little tap on your shoulder or one little push could ruin your whole day if you allow it. Cancers, don't allow it. Don't let them win. We are better than that. And that's another sign that you're on the right track. When people try to attack you back to back, and it's like you feel like everything's going wrong, it's because you're about to get through that storm and they're trying to slip you up before you get through. So don't always take everything to heart. Just take it with a grain of salt and recognize the fact that you must be well on your path if people are trying to come at you in this way. So I say stay grounded and stay believing in your journey and believing in yourself. Okay, because people will make you doubt yourself. Things happen. Nobody's perfect. There's no perfect life, but you can get as close as possible if you block people out who don't mean you well. That's what I'm saying. So, Spirit, before we touch base with you and clear this energy, we're going to do our inhale, exhale twice. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Shake it off, shake it off, shake it off. That's what you have to do. You have to shake it off because people will see you doing well and they will be envious. And when people get mad when you say that, is because they are. Just clear your path, clear your energy, leave the nonsense outside the door so we can get our messages. Stay positive through these storms called life. Okay? You know, somebody asked me, they said, well, why do you not show your face? I said, why do you need to see my face? Because I find, even for myself, that you tend to not connect as much with the message with people when they're just looking at you. I saw this lady just talk about this person that was doing her reading, and her eyes were big and this is that. I said, did you even get the message? No, girl, I was so into, yeah, she said some things. That's not what it's about. It's about you hearing and receiving. I tell you, I'll be honest with you, I don't want negative people around me. I know that we all encounter them and have to deal with them, but I don't want them in my life. When you're listening to a message, you listen to the message and you take in what is being said. Don't allow distractions to throw you off. Eventually I'll come out and do that, but I find that people listen when they're not observing everything. People tend to draw closer to the message because they truly have their ears open. And it's like through a mystic realm where you're able to feel in tune with what is being said with you, rather than seeing, oh, that's what she looked like, oh, that's what it. My picture is there, I don't hide that. But when I'm sharing a message and I'm feeling it, I want to be able to share it with you and for you to listen to what is being said as it comes out. Sometimes I replay a lot of my messages because I want to hear what I said, because when you're in your space, when you're in your realm and you click, you are speaking the message, you even get in tune with it. But what is actually being said, sometimes you're so in the message you don't hear. And I realize that a lot of times when people focus on what is being said, they actually hear. I learned a lot about that in school, and it's like you tend to attach yourself and see if there's any similarities, anything familiar that would resonate with you, versus you just looking to see what somebody looks like and you're listening to the words, but are you listening to the words? When I know that my people connect, that is the best thing for me, because sometimes I just be out of my zone, out of myself, and just absorbing and listening and seeing. I'm looking. And then when you close your eyes, sometimes I close my eyes and I could see the things happening. And I could see the pain in people. Sometimes I even pick up that vibe. That's why I always ask you to please leave things outside. Sometimes I'll be in a message and it's like something is choking me. And it's like, am I really experiencing this right now? And then sometimes, you can see certain things. You know what? No matter what, I just like the vibe. Okay? I just want to make sure that I get the messages out. So many people want to destroy people, and I'm seeing so much of it now. And when I tell you to protect yourself, or to make sure that you're manifesting and praying and relieving yourself of any tension and breathing, I'm just wanting to work with you so we work well together. Okay? I don't mean any malice or anything. I want to stay positive. And there's a lot of people that don't want to allow that. So I'm just saying, be aware, Cancers, of your environment. Be aware of the people in your circle. And when you see someone trying to irritate you, or your vibe is not taken to them, take a few minutes to practice your breathing again and go back in. Okay? We do things according to what we like. And no one has the power to dictate how anybody does something unless they allow it. I love doing these readings because I feel it. Hopefully you all feel it as well. And if you don't feel this one, you might feel the next one. But what I do want you to do is to allow yourself to grow with what you're hearing. Because there are messages under messages. There are questions that you may have. Take the time to seriously get in tune with yourself. Because only you can seriously dictate the path that you want to be on. You could follow your divine. You can listen to your intuition. You could pay attention to the messages. But you have to be in it to experience it and to feel it. So let us begin with our Cancer general reading and see what's going on in your life, what's triggering in your life. Oh, one of my favorite, 9 of Wands. Justice. Death. Knight of Wands. 2 of Pentacles. The Fool. Let me tell you, there's some major changes and transformation coming into your life at this time. And the hardest part of all of this is trying to recognize that new beginnings are on your path and you continue to go and grow, because you're going to be leaving some of your past behind, because those experiences tend to be painful for you. Um, you wanted to be right about something, and there's some type of agreement that you have with someone, and it's amicable and both of you are going to work out things, but it will be settled. It's going to be over. And it tends to be in both of your favor, because whatever it was split down the line 50-50. So you all are sharing this because you're not upset about it. Because you're also, you see how they started it out? It started out, which Nine of Wands is one of my favorite cards because it's a time of breathing and reflection. When you come upon the path of a Nine of Wands, as far as my interpretation of it and understanding it, how it applies to you, is that when you keep doing something in a repetitive mode, it becomes, blase, blase. And you have 6 wands that you're holding one in your hand, okay? And then you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 that you've already been through. And then one in your hand is 7, and then you still have 2 more to tackle to make 9. And as you could see, because of the fact that you're holding one of the wands in your hand and you're standing still and you're looking backwards to where you came from, and then here you have 2 more to go, right? 2 more to go, and you're recognizing it for what it is. You know what you have been through in your life. Nobody could tell your story better than you. But what you didn't realize was the fact that you're holding a wand here, right? This is like you already bypassed 6 of them. You're holding one in your hand, which makes it 7, and you still have 2 more to go. And you were becoming frustrated and alienated in the sense that you didn't know that you came as far as you did, because you're frustrated. The journey has been long. It's been tiresome. And I mean, you got the sweatband on your head to dry up the sweat. You're exhausted. You got your sneakers on. It seems like you've been trudging through so many challenges, and it seemed like forever, for such a long period of time, because where you started, you can't even see. You see the six of wands here. One in your hand is 7, and then 2 more to get over. So you're looking back, and you're finally realizing that anything worth having is worth working for. Your sweat is there. You're not where you started from. You started way from the beginning of 1. You're at 7 now. 7 wands now. 1 holding in your hand that you haven't planted as of yet. But it's letting you know that you have come further along than you may have even realized. And you're still on the journey. But you don't have that far to go anymore. You're going up to 9. And your sweat equity is paying off. It's about getting through when you don't know how, but you keep forging forward. It's about feeling a sense of exhaustion, but you still hold on and keep going. But now when you look back and you reflect, you're like, wow, Cancer. We are doing it. We are doing it. I don't have to be exhausted because I'm almost there. I can breathe, drink some water, eat a meal, and get back on track and keep going, because you're closer to accomplishing your goals. You're closer to achieving your dreams. And that's when people attack you the most. Remember how I started and I was talking about how people come after people? I always tell everybody, my dad used to say, if you weren't important, nobody would bother. You are important, Cancers. You are valuable. You are worthy. And people recognize that, but they don't want you to see it. They want you to have doubt all the time. and you almost fell in line to accomplishing what it was they wanted for you. And then you realize, hey, wait a minute, hold on. You mean I came from all the way back there and this is where I am almost to the end? And I'm ready to give up because the struggle is a little difficult? Oh no. Oh no. People attack people when they're doing good. When they're climbing up the ladder and they're achieving their goals, they step back and look at you with disdain. They just, oh, they think they're so knowledgeable, so smart, so everything. No, you think that's the way that I am because you see me accomplishing things in my life. You settled your case. You're happy with it. You decided, you know what? I'm not going to keep holding on to the past anymore. I deserve a break today. I'm accomplishing so much in my life right now. You know what? I'm going to split it down the middle. What's priority in my life is going to go forward with me. And what's a hindrance is going to stay right where it is. Because I'm starting fresh and I'm starting new. It's about new ideas, new beginnings, new challenges, overcoming the obstacles that are sitting right there perched waiting for me. But you know what? I already see myself over the hump. So I'm not going to let that negativity follow me on my journey. I'm going to put it to the side and I'm going to recognize that this is not who I am. I'm an overcomer and I'm going to overcome all these obstacles that come on my path. And you have to be steadfast as you continue to walk straight, climb straight up, take the bridge across. Everything that is at my disposal, I'm going to utilize for my best interests. And I'm going to utilize it so that I can be a better me. I'm going to look at things from another angle, another perspective. I'm going to recognize the fact that nothing in life stays the same. You could be great friends with somebody today, and tomorrow they're not in your life anymore. And then sometimes you don't even get the support you need. You see a lot of those movies and things where people are trying to get through something. Like they have, I think that gospel movie or something, I remember that it was showing that people like to switch teams. 1 minute they're on your team and 1 minute they're not. And that happens a good bit. They hop, team hop. You're thinking they're there, they're supportive of you, and something, the grass looks green on the other side, something looks better on the other side, so they want to test the waters over there and leave you hanging high and dry. How do you function from that? You pick yourself back up and you keep moving. Obstacles and challenges sometimes are just pivoted so that they can make you doubt who you are. And you're not going to allow that to transpire in your life. You're seeking balance in your life. You're hopeful, you're optimistic, you're forging forward. You're not letting burdens hold you back and hold you down and make you feel like you're in quicksand. You're overcoming those obstacles. You get right with your way of thinking. You continue to manifest and you continue to forge forward. And then you look at yourself. You see the fool right there. Nonchalant, just absorbing everything in life. The sun is shining. It's a glorious day. People won't hold me back. They won't hold me down. I'm living for today because tomorrow has its own worries. And that's what you do. You focus on what it is that you are seeking. And just like it's repetitive how you sometimes feel that challenges embark on your path constantly, is the same way you need to think about overcoming. Challenges come at you all the time. The question is, are you prepared for them? Because you're going to have to get through them anyway. So are you going to get through them with strength and possibilities in your thought process? Or are you going to sit there dwelling on why me, why me? We all go through things in life. And I'm telling you, it seems repetitive when it's constantly, manifest what you want. Keep forging forward. Be relentless and go with good intentions on your mind and in your heart. And you see, imagine if you're out swimming and a tide takes you and you feel like you're losing your grip, you're losing that opportunity. It feels like 10, 15 people pulling you in one direction. And because of how you can handle and be calm in situations, you end up getting your way back to shore. Getting back to shore. Getting back to shore. And remember, you're not starting from the beginning. You're starting from where you left off, because you've already put the swimming in to get as far as you did, and then the tide took you. The tide wasn't right there by the shore. It was further out, because you've been stretching, you've been believing, you've been focusing. But you have to be up for the challenge, because that was an obstacle meant to drown you, to take you out. That obstacle felt like 10, 15 people pulling you to go further out so you could lose that balance in your life, so you could be thrown off course, so you could be eliminated permanently. But because of how you trained yourself to focus and to believe and a forward thinking motion, you were able to relax, take a deep breath, and swim back to shore. Some people don't make it, but you did. And you have to recognize your talents and your gifts, because they were bestowed upon you. I just want you to see all of your possibilities. Any dreams you've had, any messages you've had, any numbers you've been seeing. A lot of people have been talking about 411, 555, 222, 111 coming up in their lives. And it's letting you know that you are on the right path. So keep going. Keep going. Even if you're out of breath, take a water break. But mark your path, because this is where you're starting from when you come back. You're going through a lot of different changes. This is transformational change. And that's why I feel so uneasy at times, Cancer. Sometimes I even feel a little depressed, because it's so much work involved, so much frustration. But what I say to you is that no matter what it is, recognize, they're telling you, recognize where you started from. Where you started from. Recognize where you started from. This is not by coincidence or chance. This is the hard work that you've been putting in. And now it's starting to relish in your life. Don't listen to the naysayers. Don't listen to people trying to tear you down. And I know it's easier said than done, because I get upset by things as well. But then you stop in your tracks for a minute. You take that inhale, exhale twice, and you shake it off. And then all of a sudden, it's like you have blinders. You don't see or hear those people anymore, because they're always going to be with that distant voice. Some may be in your face. But this is all about, every card that you have received here is all about transformation. It's all about recognizing where you were and where you are. It's settling old disagreements. It's balancing your life. It's leaving the past behind. It's forging forward with optimism and a new look towards your future. And it's about relishing in everything and realizing that you are not down for the count. You may fall down 7 times, but you stand up 8. And this is what it's about. Cancer, stay strong through these storms, because they're meant to test you. People get mad when you say that life is a game, but it is, in a sense, because you got to make certain moves in order to elevate. You have to be able to see yourself where you want to be and allow it to manifest. Allow it to manifest. And life can be challenging, just challenging. People can be relentless with their attacks. But you have to be able to take it like a brick fence and be okay. Because there are always going to be people for you and against you. And that's what it is. Whether we like it or not, there are always going to be people, what? For you? There's always going to be people against you. Sometimes people don't even want to see you grow. They don't want to see you grow. They always nitpick at different things. I just don't understand why are people so angry about life? It's like people always want to tear people down and hurt people and say negative and nasty things. And if you don't train yourself to be that brick wall, they will get through with their biases and attack you, and they would be allowed in. That's why we would leave that negative energy outside the door. I don't want that in here. And if you don't want to stay positive and you want to look at everything from a negative perspective, I respect that. That's your decision. But that's what's going to relish in your life. And you don't want that. You always want to be able to face your fears, face your challenges, get over the obstacles, and be your best self. That should always be at the tip of your tongue. I am strong. I am wise. I am getting through. I am in a positive realm to overcome because I love myself. I believe in myself. I trust myself. I trust my divine. I listen to my source and I move forward. Nobody or nothing is going to tear me down. And that's the mentality. That's what you have. That's what you're about because you got big plans. Big plans. So I say to you, Cancers, get out of that rut that you've been in where you've been feeling like things haven't been working in your favor, because right now it's on. It's on. It's on. It's on. If you didn't see it before, you're going to see it now. The little things that have been trickling in that making you doubt because you haven't received all your blessings full blown out yet. Don't let the enemy slip in to try to throw you off. This is the time in your life when you're transforming, is when the attacks come, because they see those possibilities. They see those opportunities. And you know what? You're going to be nonchalant. And Karen, you notice this was your last card? Stay with joy in your heart. Stay steadfast on your journey and keep moving forward, because the attacks will come. The attacks will come. But you will get over them as long as you keep doing what you're doing now. Because now that you know how far you've already come, there's no reason for you to doubt anything else or anybody doubting you. And if they do, they're not meant to know your business. So keep quiet. Take care. Talk soon. Garnetqueentarot, where we are inspired to rise, not to give up, not to let anyone else control. We are inspired to rise ourselves and keep on our journey so we could accomplish what we set before ourselves, what we set ourselves up for. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for stopping by the channel and visiting. Thank you. And we will talk soon. More messages to come. Take care, Cancers. Garnetqueentarot here saying, be inspired to rise through the storms, through the naysayers, through the challenges that you face. And I will constantly say that when I see people embarking on your journey to try to throw you off course. Not here, not happening, not now. Talk soon. Take care.